One question when it comes to decision making is, sir, यहाँ पे ना कई बार वो जो trap होते हैं questions में उसमें I get stuck. How can I go ahead and eliminate most of the traps? Obviously, it will be very difficult for anybody to come out and state, I will not get caught in any of the traps. I will go ahead and get my 21, 22 marks in totality. Difficult होता है, but 15 plus is something in DM that one can seriously target. So what are the 2 to 3 things to do? Number one, always look at all the stakeholders involved in that particular caselet. For example, say I'm talking about a caselet जहाँ पे स्कूल को कुछ फंडिंग की जरूरत है for whatever reasons. What could be the stakeholders? The promoters of the school, the principal of the school, so the management, the teachers of the school, the employees of the school become stakeholder too. Third would be the students of the school. Fourth would be the parents of the students of the school, and so on and so forth. Now you can understand there'll be about 4 or 5 stakeholders for sure. Now, if the question is which of these would be a decision that should be made, if the question is so generic, all stakeholders have to be taken into consideration. If the question is not so generic and it's question which according to you would be chosen by the school management as the best possible decision, then you know the stakeholder being discussed at this point in time is the management. You might need to go back to the passage and see कि management के बारे जब लिखा हुआ है, are they saying the management takes into consideration what the parents state? Are they taking into consideration what the employees think? If all of that is there, then the management decision will be made accordingly. If that is not there, then you know that the management might not take the other stakeholders into consideration while coming up with it. So stakeholders becomes an important part. Secondly, whatever answer you come up with has to and should generally be an ethical answer. Now obviously you will not go ahead and state something unethical that you would go ahead and do. So ethicality becomes important. But इसके साथ ही third point आ जाता है कि ethicality के साथ साथ business acumen and business sense भी बनना चाहिए. If there is a set associated with what say a founder would do in a particular situation and an option is ethical, पर वो ethical में उसको complete revenue loss हो जाएगा and complete losses में चले जाएगा and business भी बंद हो सकता है, that might not be a logical answer. You would still find within the options that there would be a logical answer where he will still be treading on the path of ethicality, but business itself will not come to a closure and business itself will not take a humongous hit. Fourth, always pay heed to what the question is asking. If the question is asking how to improve revenue, then an option which is talking more about profitability might not be the ideal option. An option which is talking about cost reducing would not be an ideal option. The only thing that matters at that point in time is how do sales increase. The other elements in terms of profitability increasing or cost decreasing would not be important, because keep in mind, revenue could increase, say it could become double, but costs could become 5 times as well. If the question is only concerned about revenue becoming double and not concerned about costs, don't take that parameter into consideration. Keeping these 3 or 4 things in mind might help you when you're going ahead and trying to avoid the traps that come in the DM section. All the best.